to order. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kniezek has requested an excuse. Commissioner Clark-Coleman. Commissioner Basham.
Here.
Commissioner Colleen. Chair Dobb,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I would like to recognize two special guests in the audience today. I have Natalie and Savannah from Canton Township's program Lead Like a Girl. Please wave to everyone. Thank you. So they're my interns for today, and they're just here learning about Wayne County government and the commission. So thank you for joining us today. Next item, please.
C, approval of the July 13th, 2022 meeting minutes.
Been moved. Can I get support? Been moved and supported. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item, please.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item.
Item 1, under new business, forwarding a report on civil service positions, excluding elected official positions, non-represented positions, and appointed positions, along with classified represented positions of the Third Circuit and probate courts.
Okay, do we have any questions on item number 1? Okay, let's move on to item number 2.
Item 2, communication from the Wayne County Women's Commission forwarding a resolution opposing discriminatory medical practices associated with high maternal death rates among African American, American Indian, Alaska Native, and Hispanic women and other women of color.
All right, we do have a member of the Wayne County Women's Commission with us, Cynthia Douglas, who is an author of this resolution. So I'd like to call her forward to speak on this item.
Hello. Thank
Hello.
you.
It's on.
Hi. Thank you, Chair Dobb, for this opportunity. After attending a baby shower that was hosted by Commissioner Dobb, I was impelled to do some more research regarding this issue. And it just really spoke to me at that particular time. So on behalf of the Women's Commission, I wanted to present the resolution for your consideration. A maternal death is defined by the World Health Organization as the death of a woman while pregnant or within 42 hours of termination of pregnancy, irrespective of the duration and the site of the pregnancy from any cause related to or aggravated by the pregnancy or its mismanagement, but not from accidental or incidental causes. According to the MMS program, the organization that defines all maternal deaths that take place in Michigan, reports that in the state of Michigan, about 80 women die each year from pregnancy or within 1 year of pregnancy. In an article from the Metro Parent, it stated that Detroit's maternal rate is 3 times the national average. In Michigan, pregnant Black women are 4.5 times more likely to die than white women. Black women are more than 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. 44% of pregnancies-related deaths were preventable, according to a recent analysis by the MMS. Michigan's infant mortality is 38th in the nation. So I just wanted to bring this issue forward because during pregnancies, women of color also don't get the care post or pre, after pregnancies, and with their pain management as well is not really, recognized. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for this consideration, Madam Chair, and to be able to present this resolution on behalf of the Wayne County Women's Commission.
Thank you. It's a very important topic. Thank you so much for doing this resolution and creating awareness around this topic. Are there any questions or discussion on this item? Commissioner Clerk Coleman.
Other than I absolutely agree with it.
Thank you. Okay, Madam Clerk, next item, please.
Item 3, communication from the Wayne County Women's Commission forwarding its 2021 annual report.
All right, this is just the annual report finalized from the Wayne County Women's Commission summarizing the activities for the first year of its existence. Any questions or discussion? Okay, excuse me, next item.
Moving to the addenda, item 5, a discussion on the proposed exigent approval of Amendment 1 to a 5-year contract with Alliant Insurance Services.
Okay, I believe we have Claire Mason. Is Claire Mason Lee on Zoom with us? Is there anyone in the audience with us or otherwise?
Good afternoon. Yes, Chair. I am on the line. This is Claire Mason, Lead Director of Risk Management. I'm sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're fine. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So to the body, this is the amendment to the Alliant agreement. If you all can recall, within the last 2 months, we've had a few discussions in regards to this broker agreement. This amendment is for the premiums for the insurance policies, the property and casualty insurance policies in place for Wayne County for 2022-2023 insurance coverage year. So the dollar amount that has been added is the amount to cover the premium cost for all of our insurance policies.
Thank you. I did want to note for a matter of record, Commissioner Colleen has joined us. Commission Counsel.
Through the chair, so as indicated, this item, which is here for discussion because the department has requested exigent approval of the chairwoman, is regarding the annual insurance policies. As this body is aware, there were some discussion with the department regarding how insurance policies are processed, and we did reach some agreement with them in trying to streamline the process by which the county utilizes. So this is an amendment to the broker agreement, which this body approved, I'm gonna say a month or so ago, to add in the policies for fiscal 22, starting July of 22 and running into 23 for a year. So that is what's before you. What was before Ways and Means yesterday was a budget adjustment to actually assist in funding the cost of this contract. So I believe that the budget adjustment, and I'm gonna look down at my colleague for yesterday, I believe this policy overall is for 4.6 million for the current policies. I believe they have roughly 3 million in the current budget, and the budget adjustment yesterday would add about 1.6 or so, but Terrence will correct me momentarily. That budget adjustment will not be finalized until full board. So they would not have full funding to pay all of the policies until next Thursday, when this body approves the actual budget adjustment that will allow the funding to be appropriated. So it's not clear how the department plans to proceed because again, they have requested exigent approval for the contract, but the funding's not there. So we did inquire, and I don't know, Claire, if you can speak to what will, what's the department's plan, because the funding, full funding won't be available until next week.
Thank you. Chair, may I respond, please?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. And yes, thank you, Felicia, for filling in the rest of the information in regards to the budget adjustment. So what the department is planning to do is these are moving through simultaneously. With the full board approval next Thursday. This also hopefully will be up next Thursday for resolution and approval. So once the budget adjustment is done, then we will be able to, with this approval, also be able to pay the premium cost at that time. Because these are multiple policies, the question was asked about the absolute deadline. These policies went into effect July 1. And typically what happens is after 30 days, so by August 1st, we should possibly start receiving notices of cancellation. That does not mean that the policies will actually be canceled on August 1st, but we will receive a notification primarily from the general liability. Some of the smaller policies may not extend that cancellation notice, but we find that if we can get these processed and show that a resolution is provided as of August 4th, then we will be able to make those payments without these policies being canceled.
Commission Counsel.
Madam Chair, so just a point of clarification, because this item is on the agenda for this body for discussion because the department requested exigent approval. So Claire, just to be clear, since you mentioned the contract being approved on the 4th along with the budget adjustment, you're not seeking exigent approval until next week, or will the department request immediate consideration of these items for full board next week? Because this committee can't take any action because it's actually wasn't submitted in that manner for them to take action. So if you can just help us understand exactly, are you going to seek immediate consideration? So we'll be done with this next Thursday with both items? Or are you still seeking exigent and we'll just wait till next week to grant it along with the budget adjustment?
I will defer to what is the best process because my understanding is that we had to come to committee first. And then with your approval, we would go to full board. And that is why I said that these two things are moving simultaneously, the budget adjustment along with the exigent approval for the premium payment. So the budget adjustment was put through on exigent approval yesterday as well. Also, is my understanding to go before full board next Thursday on the 4th. So I will defer to your direction, Felicia, how you think this should be handled, but that was my understanding. We had to come to committee first before going to full board. If it is a request to change it to immediate consideration for next Thursday, I can definitely do that, but that was my understanding that we had to come to this body first before full board.
Commission Counsel.
So through the chair, Claire, Pam and I will talk to you offline to figure out, because this, again, committee is not taking action, it's just for discussion. Assuming that this committee does not have any concerns, we'll talk to you offline about the best way to proceed with regards to these two items.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Yes, no, that's perfectly fine. And we'll follow whatever direction that you provide. Again, my thought was that these two things were moving simultaneously, but if we need to resubmit for immediate consideration for next Thursday, we can do that as well. I'll look forward to your direction and thank you.
Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. One of the reasons I'm a anti-retroactive contract person, and one of the reasons that we had a lot of retroactive insurance items in front of us, so we give them essentially some latitude to try to, work with the administration so that we don't have retroactive contracts. But when this item came up, which I'm just now seeing it recently, and it went from 350,000 to 4.6 million increase, then all of a sudden the lights go off and I'm trying to figure out, you get a bit here and a piece there. And the thing of it is, I'm used to being a skunk at a picnic. I'm not a rubber stamp. Unless I understand it, when you go from 350,000 to 4.6 million, and I don't know the details, and then we go from immediate consideration. There's more questions than answers on this item, so I'm sort of struggling with this. Support this item. Thank you.
Chair, if I may.
Yes.
Unless you would like to defer to your counsel first.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Commissioner Basham, thank you for your question. Again, if you may recall, what the commission and what the administration agreed to do was that the broker agreement with Alliance, who is our insurance broker, and they seek out our insurance policies every year, their administrative fee is $350,000. The concern that the commission staff had as we were preparing for their new contract, which is in effect as of this year for a 5-year contract, is that we also pay them the insurance premiums every year to do a pass along. They are the fiduciaries for us. We pay them the insurance premium amount and then they pay the insurance companies. So what you're seeing before you now, this increase from 350,000 to the 4.9, that is for the insurance premiums. And you will see this every year. The commission staff requested that we send this through once a year with all of the insurance policies attached. And so this covers all of our property and casualty insurance policies. And that will be the premiums for the year, so that there is a clear line of where the money is flowing from and to. So it is flowing from the budget of the general fund budget of the county to Alliant to pay the insurance premiums. That is why you're seeing this amendment to the Alliant broker contract. So there's only one contract with the pass-through for the insurance policy premiums every year. The reason for the exigent approval at this point in time is because when we finalized the agreement for the Alliant contract, it was too late for us to have a projection for the premium. So these are the actual numbers. The plan that we agreed to with commission is that we will have these projections in February or March of each year, and you will get it at that time versus the race to get it done in July after the premiums have been issued and after the policies have been secured. So I hope that refreshes your memory from past conversations that we had within the last 2 months. And hopefully that answers or fills in any of the questions that you may have.
Commissioner Basham? You're all set? Commissioner Killeen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to check one more time with Commission Counsel. You are good now with how this came to us, your original objections from a couple of months ago. You are good now with the process?
The concerns with the process have been addressed. Again, this is an amendment to the broker's contract to just add the money for the insurance premiums. It does not increase the compensation of the broker. But yes, all our concerns have been addressed.
And I hope we can figure out the parliamentary procedure. My other question is, as long as the commission finalizes this on August 4th, we won't have any lapse in coverage? Is that correct?
Ms. Mason Lee?
Yes, that is correct. As of this time, we have not received any cancellation notices. As I mentioned before, typically the general liability policy is the one we will receive a cancellation notice within 30 days, which will be August 1st. But if we are able to tell them that this is going before commission for final approval within the week, we should not have any cancellation of the policies. We may still receive the notice, but that does not mean the policy has been canceled.
Well, let's figure out the parliamentary procedure for a week from Thursday. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Any final questions or discussion on the discussion? Hearing none, let's move on to the next item.
Moving back to the agenda, item 4. Requesting commission approval of a settlement in the matter of Linda Wilson versus Wayne County Roads Division. Corporation Counsel has reviewed the litigation and is of the opinion that a discussion of trial or settlement strategy in connection with specific pending litigation in an open meeting will have a detrimental financial effect on the county's litigation or settlement position. Therefore, a closed client counsel session is requested.
Can I get a motion to move into closed session?
Yes, Madam Chair. For item E4, I move we go into closed session.
It's been moved and supported. I can never remember. Roll call vote, please. Madam Chair, or Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Clark-Holman? Yes. Commissioner Basham? Commissioner Killeen? Chair Dobb?
Yes. Motion passes. All right, we will now move into closed session. I'll let Be back. Madam Clerk?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. We are now out of closed session. We're returning to the agenda. Commission and Council.
Yes, so you'll be looking for a motion on all items. Item number 1 is for receive and file. Item number 2 is to approve in support of the resolution by the Women's Commission, so that's an approval item. Item 3 is receive the file. Item 4 would be for approval of the settlement, and then there was no action on item 5 because that's discussion. So that motion would be in order.
And I get a motion. It's been moved by Commissioner Colleen, supported by Commissioner Clark Coleman. Do we need a roll call vote on that? Roll call vote, please, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Clark Coleman. Yes. Commissioner Basham.
Yes.
Commissioner Colleen. Chair Dobb.
Yes. Motion passes. Next item, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have none. Next item.
Public comments.
Is there anyone in the chambers who wishes to make a public comment? Or anyone on Zoom? Do you see any hands raised? I don't see any. Anyone on Zoom or on the phone? Did we receive any emails?
No emails.
Okay, hearing none. Next item.
Adjournment.
And a motion to adjourn. Been moved and supported. All those in favor? Yeah, we are now adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone.